Couch Rider, Raven Report. Let's go. Ravens, Ravens, Ravens. Couch Rider. Ravens, Ravens, hey, Ravens. We gon' ride out. Ravens, Ravens, Ravens. Couch Rider. We gon' ride out.
For some of you Twitter gangsters, this is just a hobby, original sports perspective. You can't stop me. Couch Rider Report, it's reflective. Please respect it. You will get checked, and your knowledge will be tested. I ain't the coldest Raven, but this is my show. Shout out to the Barry White of rap for the beat, though. I can't believe it's all the shade on freaking internet, freaking Twitter. Hey, y'all, what's going on? Welcome back to the home of original sports perspective. From our couch to yours, this is your host, your Couch Rider Raven, Jermaine Lockett. What's going on, Couch Rider flock? I appreciate y'all coming through. Make sure you hit the like button, hit subscribe, and smack that bell so you know when it's going down. My co-host, Cam Rue, he probably out walking the dog somewhere, but we're going to get this show rocking. He'll be here in a couple of minutes, and you know how I kick this thing off. We got a short time frame. We will be here for maybe 1 hour, 15 minutes, because I got to get rolling about this thing. So today, I just want to say a couple of things, you know, how we do. G-Ro, he's still here. Y'all got to get over it, folks. Y'all got to get over it. He's not getting fired right now. At least during the off season, he's still here. Y'all can get mad. Y'all can be salty all you want. Be salty. That's okay. Try to rock with the system we got. Let's roll with it. Keep rolling. I just want to say shout out to each of you. We ain't really moved since last week, so y'all probably need to tell somebody about the show. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We are sitting here at 1,145 subs. We made it. We are somebody. We got 4 people in the room. We're going to check on y'all in just a second, right after I get through this motivational moment. So like I said, hit that like button, hit the subscribe, and smack that bell so you know it's going down, so you know when it's going down. Excuse me. All right, as far as the motivational moment is concerned, I decided to go with a great leader today. I go with Colin Powell. There are no secrets to success. It is the result of preparation, hard work, and learning from failure. And that comes from Colin Powell. So what I want you to get out of that is that nothing's going to be given to you in life. Nothing is for free in this world. Everything comes with a price, and sometimes that price is sweat. Sometimes it's hard work. Sometimes it's failure. A buddy of mine used to tell me, like, hey, man, while you sleeping, somebody else is working harder than you. And it's honest. I mean, it's honest. Sometimes you have to make that sacrifice in order to get that sleep, because some of the richest people in the world will brag about how much sleep they got at night. But I guarantee you, before they got to sleep, they had to grind. They had to get up and go get after it. If you have never seen the movie The Pursuit of Happiness, Will Smith had to go get after it. I know y'all, you know, R. Kelly doesn't have the brightest reputation right now, but he was one of those guys who was in a subway singing before he was able to take his career to take off. And then, of course, everything else went in a different direction. But the people who grinded, who went after it, who focused on the thing that they needed to focus on to succeed, they failed a lot, but they got back up. They had that hard work, the dedication, the will to go get after it. Remember that want is an action. It's a verb. You want it, you're going to have to go after and get it. You got to put some action to it. So I encourage you all, as you think about Colin Powell's quote, and I'll show it right here, there are no secrets to success. It is only the result of preparation, hard work, and learning from failure. I promise you, as you put in the work, as you are patient and consistent and continue with it, everything that you are going to put that work into is going to turn into something, as long as you stay consistent and grind long enough. It may not be exactly when you want it. It may not be on your time, but trust, if you stay consistent and work at it, you're going to produce something pretty big. That is your motivational moment for today. Now, let's see who we got in the room. Let me take this banner down. All right, so we got Macri in the building. Hey, for those of y'all don't know, my main man Macri is serving a mission in Papua New Guinea. I'm so happy for him. He is going to go serve the Lord for a couple of years. Way to go, Macri. That's what I'm talking about, brother. Excited for you. And Big Reg, probably the reason we're starting the show tonight, the start of the show tonight. He has a quote for us, or he has something that we're going to bring up and we're going to talk about. Looks like Cameron is having some technical issues. We're going to figure out that in just a second here. So what's good? Let's see. Bless Brian, always first. He's always first. We're happy that he is here in the room. Because, yes, his first comment was, what's up, Couch and Cameron? So we're excited for him to be here and loyal like that, constantly hopping on. I'm grateful for you. Big Red says, Brian, you be in here waiting an hour early. He was here early. So, I mean, he got the notification bell. When people get that notification bell, they see it and they come on in. Cameron, I think your device is not connected is what it's saying. So if I put you on the screen, it's just going to say device not connected. You might want to try disconnecting and reconnecting. And yes, I'm only drinking water tonight, at least for now. All right, Bless Brian says, nope. And if I was, is there a problem? Okay. It's loyal, man. He's loyal. This is love consistency. Yeah, and they trying to beat each other in the room. This is funny. All right. So tonight's topic, when Cameron comes back into the room, I think we'll get started on that. But, we can talk about other topics before Cameron comes in. And that one would be this topic. This guy is back in the building, regardless of what the media has told us about holding out this, that, and the other. With Jason Locke Capfor, who is formerly of CBS, he got fired. They figured out that he just continued he was full on fake news, and they got rid of the guy. Anyway, but Lamar is back in the building. Now, we knew it. He said exactly what he needed to say earlier in the offseason, is that he's focused on winning the championship, and that, he just, it was voluntary workouts that were going on last week. Now, while Ravens Nation might have been split about it, there may have been some opinions. There may have been something said by me. And honestly, I think my opinion was correct. I think the dude was seriously working on, he was working on his craft. He's working on working out and stuff. But the dude had a soul food business. He was just standing up. Give the man a break. If it's voluntary, let the man have his fun out there. I mean, there's nothing wrong with going out and having a little fun before coming to mandatory camp. I mean, we've seen some of the greats out there take their teammates bowling instead of actually attending OTAs. And then, that was Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers attended OTAs before he came to mandatory camps. Or he attended a bowling alley, excuse me. He didn't attend the mandatory OTAs. He skipped plenty of things. I don't know if Cameron's coming back. He hopped out of the room and then he popped back in. Oh well. So we just got to trust in, that Lamar Jackson has the best thoughts when it comes to the Ravens. He's team centered. He's going to come out there and he's going to do his thing. His teammates were excited to see him. You could see Marlon Humphrey come on and say some things as far as he was just like, hey, I found my guy. And then, Rashad Bateman, he made it look like the watch was over. He's like, he's safe. He's good. It was just funny that the team loves him so much. They joke with him a little bit about everything going on. Anyway, folks, we got him. We got him. He's here. He didn't skip the show or anything like that. He attended his mandatory OTA show, whatever. We got the chosen one here, ladies and gentlemen. I give you the Barry White of rap, Cameron. What's good, man?
Ain't nothing. I don't know what the heck was going on. The screen wouldn't, the camera wouldn't pop up for some reason. I had to, like you said, go out and come back in. I don't know what the heck is going on. What's happening with everybody? Brooke. I wanna do an exclusive.
Exclusive.
Right, I got my cereal.
Okay.
My cereal, Bless.
I like that shirt. That's cool.
Thank you. Thank you. I don't even know how it's gonna sound though if I play it for y'all.
I say play it, man. As long as I ain't getting, as long as you ain't get me on the what is it, the copyrights. No, as long as nobody likes put some copyright claim on the video, we good to go.
No, it's song that's coming out, to my boys from Cali. It's a pit bull type vibe. I produced it. What up, Delish? I just don't know how it would sound if I played it through my speakers here.
Only one way to find out.
All right, well, y'all bear with me. Let's see how this go down, bro. All right, here's a single that's coming out from my boys, and now the name of the group is called Squadron Click. They're from LA. I met them when I had to go out there and do some work. And
okay, that's what y'all get for coming live. Y'all get an exclusive from my main man.
Yeah, let's see how this goes. I got 2 records coming out. This is the one I'm gonna play this week. Next one is the one I just threw up on the story called "Be Cool," which is the one I did the video for. I told you I sent to the Ravens with Lamar.
Yeah.
I
put it in his inbox, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, he put it. I appreciate it. You doing that, and I sent it to Ryan Mink, and let's see if they give it to him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play it. Let me know if you can hear it.
All right. You might turn up a bit. I got nothing.
No, I didn't start playing.
Yeah, that's actually pretty clear. I was like, is that somebody beating us? I was like, I thought that was a beat.
But you heard something though.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Y'all bear with me. I'm sorry. Bear with me for a second. Let's see how this works.
Yeah, while you do that, I'm gonna turn the light on because the whole face is dark and whatnot. Dark skin problems.
What?
You know how it is.
What?
You light skin, you gotta have an extra light.
Oh man, there we go. All right, I'll wait till the band come back, man. I hope y'all having a blessed day. You know what I mean? We're gonna see how this works.
You know what I'm saying? Team Chef Curry versus LeBron over here just.
What happened?
I like remember back in the day we used to talk about Team Dark Skin versus Team Light Skin. They'd be like Team Steph Curry versus Team LeBron.
Oh man. All right. Let's see now. Let me know if you can hear it.
All right.
Francis Bad Minute Palatina Dance Floor.
Sure.
Now lights, cameras, action, baby. Let's get it in and get drunk and crazy. Eddie K's gotta have it, baby. One question, where's my ladies? All I wanna do is see you dance. Moonwalk like you in the trance. You look good in them skin tight pants. I go hard in the B-boy stance. I got that feeling, yeah. Now back it up and let me see that ass. Now put your hands up and raise your glass. We're universal, we do it first class. You don't hold this bitch in the club, I gotta smash. Look at your bush, don't hold that cash. All these mommies, damn, they fast. You know people that's making like ass. Did you wanna do something? You know that feeling. But you act like it's the end. Get it, girl. Get it, girl. Get it, girl. Get it, girl, like the T-Live crew. Get nasty, girl, like I thought you knew. I spotted you from across the room. Shaking that ass as the bass goes boom. The way you move, the way you vibe. Up and down like oh, break it down, work it nice and slow. Place down, ass up. When you on the dance floor.
We're in the Bishop's office.
808, bumping at these freaky slowly psycho. Nails done, good job, messing with that light flow. That you wanna do something, you know that feeling. But you act like it's the end, get it, girl. Get it, girl. I can't get it, I want to get it, girl. I got something that you want to know. That's so, baby, let's go. I got something that you want to feel. If you give it to the world, I'ma show you what's real. Cause I'm all around because you dancing on the floor. I said I wanna give it to you as a baseline movie and take you out the door. Go ahead, trying to figure out how to lead this place. So make love and love without a trace. Wanna give it to you just to get a taste. Shaking them things all in my face. Before I do that, I gotta save my face. Give it a little bit of the think your mind. Give it a poke, get it in the middle and show you where I'm supposed to. Give it to me, girl, cause I love the way you juggle that feeling. That you wanna do something, you know that feeling. But you act like it's the end, get it, girl.
Your voice didn't come through as clear on your part, but everything else came through pretty clear.
Yeah, I can't play it through here. It's not playing the way. I don't even hear the thump. I don't hear nothing.
Yeah, the bass line's not gonna come through on this piece, but yeah, just put it on your Instagram. Y'all make sure y'all go check it out on the IG. And
Yeah, I want to. The song is coming out. My boy, who's a DJ, sorry, rapper, he DJs at the strip club. He likes to. He likes to.
got
He was
Diamond
like,
on stage 3. You know what I'm saying?
hey,
Make sure
you gotta
you
be
check your You know what I'm saying? Oh my gosh. All right. Anyway, let's go back up. Wilbert is in the building, and he is officially a Ravens fan because I think he just traded over. And he is not the first person to trade over in the AFC North trash talk room. Kelly Jean apparently was a former Steelers fan. I think she was a former Steelers cheerleader when she was younger. I think she's like in her 50s or 60s right now. And she is officially a Ravens fan. I don't know what happened in the transition, but hey, I'm glad we have got another Ravens fan on board. Welcome to the game. Wilbert.
She was what? She was a cheerleader?
Oh, yeah, she was a Steelers cheerleader.
Oh, wow.
And then she ended up going over to Ravens Nation. I'm thinking that may have happened in like 96 or something. I mean, she can go back far enough and be like, yeah, I'm here now. So good times. Anyway, but Wilbert is officially a Ravens fan because he is tired of all the drama that's going on with his 2 quarterbacks. One that is done with the Cleveland Browns. The other one wants to come play, but he got some charges. Well, civil charges.
Yeah. He might as well just give up the money.
Yeah.
He might as well just give up the money.
All right. So that is the exclusive. And we'll go back here, just check on a few of our folks, paid us some bills here. Wilbur says, how are you, fellow Ravens fans? So Wilbur's in here trolling. I think it's official. I think he might actually just make the jump, man. I think he might be fed up with Cleveland. You know, Delicious talking about the game. I think the Warriors might have this series. Definitely been a good final so far. It's been better than I thought it would be. I still think the Warriors going to sew it up. Anyway, Brooks saying, I'm good. Are you a Browns? How are you a Browns fan? Yeah, it's for the Browns, I mean, they've been the Browns for years. I think, like I said, during the offseason, they win every offseason. So this one is no different. They have a very powered up roster. But we ain't here to talk about them.
No.
Big Red says, I need Celtics in 6. Okay.
Hope not, Big Red. Sorry. Hope not, Big Red.
She says, I can't stand Marcus Smart. So y'all talking about the game there. Draymond, Wilbert, 5 months. Let's back to the Ravens, man. D3's in the building. Wilbert still has 5 months and 3 weeks until he can get in. Oh, she got him
on clock. She got
him on a Ravens fan waiting list. It's like she
got him on the clock.
All right, Wilbert says, ain't no one officially jumping to a team with a throwing running back with no contract. Go Baker forever. Boy, you stupid.
Well, we know you're not a Ravens fan no more.
Oh, man, I guess he hopped off, man. He just hopped off with full-on disrespect. All right, so the reason we called y'all here tonight for this meeting, we want to talk about Big Reg's tweet here.
Mm-hmm.
Big Reg had a tweet that says, not really, and he was responding to me because I felt like I needed to. He put his first tweet out there. Let me just go back to the Twitter feed of this conversation.
Little Red, you got your seatbelt on, huh? Got the seatbelt on, sir.
All right. So Big Reg is not really. I don't know what's going on, bro. You ain't really feeling the flock right now. You don't have no belief. You don't believe. All right. So he said, I'm glad I'm not the only one who thinks about this, about Baltimore. Our wide receiver core is ranked 29th, but we set, right? So he doesn't believe in the wide receiver core because he didn't get the wide receiver he wanted out of his draft. Then he says, so I replied back and I was like, the rankings are just rankings. Each team is built different, which is true. You know, Baltimore is built for the ground, and we also do some things in the air. The offense still puts up great yards, 6th ranked in total yards last year, and I think it's going to be elite this year as far as the passing game. Anyway, so he said, "Are we sure about that? We don't know anything new about the tight ends yet, and how healthy are our running backs. I think this offense may have way more questions than anyone wants to realize." And then I said, "I think they have less questions than last season." This is where he comes in with this comment saying, "Not really. Who's the starting left guard? Who's the starting offensive tackles? What wide receiver is going to step up in the key moments where Hollywood did, or even Sammy in the Colts game? Is Pat Ricard tight end 2, or can the young guys of Burrow be another receiving threat at that position?" And there are tons of questions. I was going to let Cam Root take this one right after I show this one thing. I think this is from our previous show. We put this up. So this is like basically our week 1 starting offensive line possibility. Stanley, McCarry, or Cleveland. That one's still up in the air. Linderbaum, Zeiler, Moses. That's what I feel that starting lineup should be come week 1. What are your thoughts on his question or his comments here?
Big Red, you here? Still here? Or you worried about the Celtics?
Think he's in the room.
Hope he's still in it. All right.
Yeah, Big Red's last comment was at 9:01, so unless he left 5 minutes ago.
Yeah. All right.
He here.
All
he
right.
said D3 is not whining, it's asking questions about our team.
All right. Hold on. Nobody.
Oh, he fired a shot here. The D3 said, "One thing I can't stand is a grown man whining." Good grief, Reg. Pow, pow.
All right. All right. Let's go. All right, let's start from the running backs. Both. First of all, I'm gonna just say, if y'all saw they had photo day. Was it today? Today, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right.
Media day.
Excuse me, I said photo day. Media. So many kids getting up and graduating around me. I don't know if they say photo day. Media day. Everything's gonna be a question mark, right? Because we don't know. That's just the truth, right? But as far as from what I see, I've been waiting to see what Gus look like. Gus' arms is on deck, bro. Gus looked like he throwing somebody out the club. I don't know if you saw his arms. Like the dude, I knew he was already jacked before. Like he was getting in great shape. He is officially like changed. You could just tell by like he pointed his arm out, and I was like, his brother been working hard. He's been working hard, and I'm sure he has.
Yeah, I mean, well, you say Gus Edwards, right?
Gus.
Yeah. He hopefully he put the rap album down and he just started sticking to the game.
What?
I was like, glad he stuck to the gym and not the rap album.
Well, that was doing Kobe had to do. Okay.
I'm like, dude, everybody was like, "Yo, Gus got an album out." I go listen to it. I'm like,
no. Stop that.
Glad he's great at being a running back. This is not a fallback.
Looking at him and Gus, looking at him and JK, they look like they in great shape. Even Marcus, everybody, we got question marks everywhere. Okay, so let's go back to the answers. Okay. What was the first question? Who's gonna be the left guard? It's either gonna be McCarry. We're assuming it's either gonna be McCarry or it's gonna be Ben Cleveland. I think that Ben Powers is getting traded. I don't think they cut him. I think they're trading. As far as like the tight ends, Patrick, I told you he's never been. McCarty has never been tight end 2. Even last year he wasn't tight end 2. What's up, Cam? What's up? What's up, y'all? What's wrong? You look like you up.
You might need to speak up a little bit.
Hi, Cam.
Hey, how you doing, Cam? You all right? You look like you just woke up, bro. You good?
No, I just finished watching a movie.
Looks like you've been wrestling with the dog again.
What do you mean? I've never wrestled.
There's evidence all over here. I can't with you right now. I can take you and the fur off the stage, please.
All right.
At least you can't see it.
Oh Lord. All right, my boy. Maybe watch
As far as tight end, Ricard has never been looked at as the second tight end. Even last year when we didn't have him.
Yeah, I mean, Oliver was still like the second tight end considered.
Yeah. But even if Nick Bowles wasn't healthy, you got 3 solid tight ends.
Yep.
That could do something. I know Josh Oliver right now is the odd man out, but I wouldn't be surprised if they try something to where they keep 5, and because Isaiah Isaiah Likely is like an H back / tight end / receiver. He can do pretty much everything. He might be the sixth receiver on the depth chart. I wouldn't be surprised if they do that. As far as the receivers, that part we don't know. I don't care about the rankings because we don't know. We don't know. We got to play the game. You got to play to find out anything. So
right there, man. That's all I'm saying right there. Look, you already see it, baby.
Yes.
Looking like two grown men out there. They besties already. They're gonna be just as cool on the field, man. Y'all better know. Act like you know. See these dudes right. It's two grown men right there, bro. They finna get it.
Look, man, you can tell they've been working though. You can tell. Joker's been in the gym, man. Ain't nobody in the gym. Ain't nobody cheese over here.
Mm-hmm. They got the gym screaming right now. Please, no.
All four of them is strong. All four of them are doing real good. And then I'm sorry. I know everybody's talking about we may bring in, I even thought, like I haven't said to you, like we may bring in we need to bring in a vet, but I don't think it's going to happen. And I mean, and I wasn't talking about a vet to start. I'm just talking about for depth. But as far as depth, God forbid somebody gets injured because we've been hit with the injury bug. I never met
Jeff. D3 brought up a good point here. Got a good question here. Did us signing Shamar Bridges this early say that they are confident in him being out big body wide receiver, or our big body wide receiver? Okay.
What do you mean? They didn't. I don't think they signed him to the team. He didn't make the 53. They probably just signed him as far as.
Yeah, he's coming in. He's gonna compete.
Yeah, compete. But that not just Bridges, Pope, Williams. One of the three is gonna make the team. Bro.
I say, yeah, Pope, Devin. I mean, Devin Williams. I mean, my money's on Devin. I like Pope, but my money is still on Devin.
I like, honestly, I like Pope and Bridges. Bridges. Yeah.
And then it's just that Slade Bolden, man. He gonna slide onto that practice squad and be that def later on in the season.
Who?
Slade Bolden.
And they said he's showing out. Like right now, the biggest talk is Slade Bolden, and they're talking about Bridges right now at receiver. As far as one of the two, but that's all because it's not just. I'm not even looking at skill. I'm looking at just their IQ as far as like what they, how smart are they on the field, and I haven't heard much. I know some people saying Devin doing this thing too, but you should, especially if your quarterback is on the team as well. So you already have some type of chemistry. Potential team success.
So I don't think Marcus Peters is back just yet.
You can't do nothing else. I'm looking at what Rich said. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
What did I say?
No.
So D3, I don't think signing means anything. They sign whatever undrafted free agents they thought they could provide depth and a good wide receiver battle. Okay. And then he said, listen, I'm excited about the potential of this team. I don't know. You had a lot of questions, man. They sound like Debbie Doubters, So I got popcorn.
Everybody gonna doubt. They're gonna doubt a little bit. I mean, look how we were last year. We thought we was the best thing since sliced bread, and then everybody just dropped like flies. So
I mean, we knew that Lamar was carrying that team, and the second that he stopped carrying it, that it was gonna fall off the hedges.
It went out.
Yeah, and but also, there were so many different opinions about last year. Before the Kansas City game, the media, Twitter, everybody basically thought that this was going to be some type of lamb just delivered up to slaughter that game. And what happened? Baltimore pulls it out. And I love the intro. I still look at that intro for that game and how it was blacked out and how the energy was. I mean, Kansas City had to know, like, I thought this was going to be an easy W. This crowd feels different. This energy is different. It had Jackson Mahomes so mad he poured water on a fan, just a random fan. That was crazy. Anyway, so Shane is back. Shane's in here. So what's up, man? It says G-Ro is still G-Ro. So the thing is, like I said, it's not just G-Ro. I don't know how many times I got to tell y'all that. It's other people in the kitchen cooking. Like G-Ro in there cooking. He got some little paprika there. And you know what I'm saying? You got everybody else putting their hands in the pot. So it's going to look different this year than it's looked any year because they did hire all those assistants for a reason. In a second year with Keith Williams and T. Martin, it's going to look something different. I have faith.
I mean, if they're gonna do what they did in 2019 as far as building that offense and taking it to the next level, again, goes back to marrying that run game to that passing game that we had last year. And for what I'm getting, he's talking about the extra 20%.
Yeah.
Extra 20%, I'm sure it's not running. I'm sure Lamar don't need to know that. And so the extra 20% that Lamar probably need to know right now catching up is probably the different types of passing schemes that they probably implemented into the offense. I don't think it's I don't know. I mean, yeah, he calls plays. He does call plays, Shane. That's true. But he can call a passing play. All the plays that he's called has not always been bad. So we can't say that. He can call a passing play, but the design of the passing play, if the design of the passing play is boo-boo, which it was in 19 and it was in 2020, it don't matter what he called. I don't care if he called I don't care if he called a running play. If the scheme is boo-boo, it's boo-boo.
Yeah, if it's bad, it's bad. But at the same time, it's like he's had some good things, Like, well, I think Big Reg even brought it up during in the middle of his tweet. He was saying, okay, about the Colts game. The Colts game, now, as much as y'all want to say that was all Lamar, that's still other folks in the kitchen. There's play design, there's play call, and there's play execution. There's some play calling going on back there, and it happened to be Giro. And yes, they made it. Huh?
Sorry, Coach, he made the call, but you can clearly see that the passing, the routes that were run by the receivers weren't the normal routes that we used to seeing.
Yeah.
Again, that goes back to the other people in the kitchen. I was just backing you up, bro.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be tons of people in the kitchen this year, and it's going to look different. And the thing is, when they succeed, because we're gonna speak it into existence right now. Got to go with the LeVar Ball or whatever. You got to speak that into existence. It's going to happen.
Yeah, how you feel?
When they succeed, don't just give Lamar his flowers. Give it to the team. Don't just give Giro his flowers. Give it to the team. The offensive play calling, the defense allowing them to get back on the field to make things happen. This is a team thing. Team stands for it. Together, everyone achieves more. Y'all got to see that. Don't just dog him out when things go bad too, because as well as we were doing when we up, when we down, that is on the team, the whole team. Anyway, he's saying he called the plays. He called the plays, but at the same time, when you have the design of the play that actually goes more people cooking in the pot, man. And
that's what we were talking about. We just answered that when you talk about the plays with Boo Boo. Shane, no.
Yeah.
He responded 100. So
yeah.
All you can do. What can you do? But be positive and think positive about it. You got to have hopes. We ain't Jets fans. I mean, we got in so many years. I'm sorry, I got to use Jets fans and Browns fans if Wilbur's still here.
It's a ring just about every 12 years. So I'm like, hey, we're right on time. It's just time to get a ring.
Every 12? That sounds about right. Sounds about right. It sounds right.
Yeah.
To me. I hope we can shorten the window after this.
Yeah, definitely after this one.
I would rather to shorten the window, but
yeah.
Hey, we can't do anything at the Flacco robbed the bank.
Yeah.
On everything.
All right, so let's see. Big Red says D3 said that's a good question. They also brought in the other coach that helped Georgia Tech go from a pistol scheme to a pro scheme.
Yep.
So it'll be interesting to see if this offense gets upgraded. Okay, like I said, it's going to be, like I said, more people in the pot, more cooking. So I'm interested to see what it's going to look like. Somebody brought up something earlier. I can't remember what it was. He calls the plays. It came to. It'll come back in a minute. Don C's in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Hold back, hold your autographs. Don C is here.
What's up, bro?
All right, Shane says, how much do you think our new look defense is going to affect our offensive field position? You got that one?
I'm hoping that it does every time. I want to say it affects 75%. I want to say I had the number one defense in the game,
Yeah.
and you know we have the pieces. I believe we have the pieces, even with the injuries. People coming back for injuries, we definitely had the pieces to affect the game because we have playmakers. That's what you need on defense. You need jokers that want the ball just as much as you do.
Mhm.
Want the ball as much as the offense does. You got playmakers. You got Williams back there. It looked like both Williams. It looked like the rookie Pepe. He looked like he had turnover. He looked like a turnover king himself. Like he trying to pick everything out there. Kyle Hamilton want to pick everything out there.
Yeah. I want to see what's going on. Like, two positions that I think, like, okay, we get on the field, we think we got everything down right now, but like two positions that are question marks. I mean, we're getting some answers, but slot and defensive end. I feel like we go out there, we'll get those answers. Like, later as camp goes along, we'll probably feel a little bit more confident. But those two positions, I think it's going to be one heck of a battle out there. And we want to see if they actually can step up to the stage and make that and answer that call.
Yeah, look here, man. Y'all want to make it interesting? You want to make it interesting, Reg? Let's have a little fun here. Terry McLaurin, Scary Terry, is not signed by Washington. He's not. He's boycotting the. I don't want to even say boycott, but he's not showing up to mandatory minicamp until he gets the deal, which he rightfully so he deserves.
I say neither is DK, right?
Huh?
I said neither is DK Metcalf, right?
It's DK, but they're working on DK's deal. They're not even working on Terry's deal. That's the difference.
Is DK mad about the whole Russell situation? I didn't even check in on that.
No, I don't think he said that. He said he want to be there. He said that, they just working out the kinks. And Pete, the last time I heard someone on Sirius Saturday, they said Pete Carroll said that they're just trying to come to agreements on the deal. So he probably just, and they're not trying. And I don't think that they trying to, he's probably being excused from any camp until they figure it out. So it doesn't sound like any static, but Terry's not showing up at all. And they have not picked, think about this for Washington. Just saying. The only reason I'm bringing him up is because he hasn't showed up. This is my thing. You picked in the first round, that was your first pick, a wide receiver. One of the top 5 wide receivers. You already picked up a receiver last year. This is going in the second year. Dehami Brown, which he's still good. He's really good.
Yeah, I think a lot of us were like big fans of that when I think so we were in that I don't know if you were in the Let the Black Man Talk room. Were you in that room?
Never been in that room.
Okay, that was crazy. They just they go off about Ravens all day long, just chatting. I think I left the room eventually, or I put them on mute because I couldn't deal with it anymore. But it was a lot. They tried to grab every Ravens YouTuber, every big time follower of the Ravens. They tried to put them all in one room, and it got there were a couple people there that just didn't have any common sense whatsoever. And then there were a few that were like they spewed some good stuff, and they found a lot of tweets. They just dig for good tweets from players and stuff. And it was an okay room. It just kind of got overloaded when they stuck about 45 people in there that were crazy active. But yeah, one guy in there. What was his name? I don't remember. I think his name was Keese. Keese was a huge fan of Dehami Brown, and he just was like, the Ravens need to draft Dehami Brown. They like all the entire draft, or like leading up to the draft, he was just like, yeah, Dehami Brown's the guy. Dehami Brown's the guy. And I looked at the tape and I was like, Dehami Brown's straight. I was like, he just ain't first round.
So, yeah, he wasn't going to go first round. He was in the same ballpark as honestly Kadarius Toney, who shouldn't have won the first round, but and the guy that we did grab. The man, that gets fired. So we did grab, and that's Tyler, who should have been picked around the same time they got picked. But anyway, let me just get back to this real quick. So just imagine, this is hypothetically, Reg, would you be happy? Would y'all be happy if we got Terry and we traded away Chuck? Because they need a safety. And you get Terry and you pay him.
Yeah.
Would y'all be happy?
I think.
I'm just throwing it up in there. Would y'all be happy?
So we got about an 8-second delay. So you probably see the answer in just a second here.
Okay. Well, how you feel about it?
I think it would be a great addition. I think it doesn't hurt, Pro Shay's production. I think it actually helps him out even more to have somebody else on the other side of
He's
Baker.
outside. He's not
Yeah,
going
need it outside. Yeah, so Prochet will be in that slot, killing it. But I think, Scary Terry here in Baltimore would be kind of a red zone bully.
So Shane said no, he wouldn't be happy.
Oh, why would you not be happy, Shane? I said Don C say. I guess better start putting these up there. So Shane says no. Don C says I'll take Terry all day.
I mean, he if you trying to replace the speed, not the production, of Hollywood, the speed of Hollywood. If you trying to replace the speed, I'm not saying Duvernay don't have that type of speed.
Yeah,
I'm not saying that. I'm saying if you trying to replace the speed, why not? He's a 2-time Pro Bowler.
Yeah.
What did he run? To get a check though.
Yeah. What did he run?
Terry?
Terry 40.
4.38.
4.38. Okay, Rashard ran a 4.3. He ran a 4.37 or something like that.
Rashard?
Yeah.
Rashard ran a 4.3, 4.36, 4.3 something. But
Terry
long speed is. I mean, he's different though. He forget 40. Once he get past you, he gone.
Oh yeah. He can stack well. He can stack well.
Yeah. If we even, he leaving.
Even leaving. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, so here goes some other comments. Shane's, he's with the organization. He's like, we got guys.
You saying the money. Shane saying the reason no because of the money.
Oh, okay. Okay.
At some particular time, you got to pay somebody. So.
Yeah, so the thing about the money, after seeing what the Rams have done and seeing what the Raiders have done, the Raiders have signed players. So this is how much they spent this offseason total, $436 million this offseason, which means they rolled out the credit card and they probably won't see the light of day as far as regular cap room until probably 4 years from now because of, I'd say probably even longer because they pushed a lot of money so far back on the deal. They're in it to win now. So let's just say if they don't win, it's not going to be worth it, and they're going to be hurting in a couple of years down the road. I say at least 2 years down the road, you're going to see them with a cap figure that's going to be upside down so far. They're going to be looking like the Saints and the Rams. They all pulled out the credit card. So what's happening with this cap, what I'm showing, or what I'm seeing, is that, okay, they will say, like for all the contracts, the Aaron Donalds with Stafford, all those deals were like that. They're basically backloading those contracts because like this year they may say, hey, you're going to get $1 million this year. And that's not really the item that they're going to get, or not the number that they're really going to get. They're going to get market value, but it's all rolled into bonus money that's going to get slapped onto the back end of a deal. And like I said, when you slap that money onto the back end of the deal, it gets spread out throughout the years, but it's still a significant amount of money. At one point in time, like Matt Stafford's number, his cap number might be somewhere around $70 million for that 1 year, but that money's already been paid out. It's just being pushed and spread along the cap numbers. So it could be a little confusing as far as when you see all these contracts and you're like, the Rams are playing with monopoly money, or no, they're just constantly putting the things on the back burner. And as long as they do that, they're creating cap room for this year. You could have a full-on negative cap number of $500 million or something like that next year, but as long as you get underneath the cap number by the time the season starts, you should be fine.
I think it might be different though for Oakland compared to the Raiders. I mean the Rams, because they got a lot of cap space. They're a team. They got Cleveland Brown type cap space.
Yeah, but they didn't have $436 million this year. They did a lot of rolling around with those contracts.
But they definitely got them. Even just with the trade of because they gave Yannick, they gave him a nice deal. Then they traded him off to Indianapolis.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
I thought he got like a $2 million deal or something like that. It was pretty cheap.
He had like a 2 to 3 year deal, but that's why we was able to get the comp pick for the 4th round, the 4th for the. What we get it? A 4th round for him. We got a 4th round.
That's right. He got the 12 to 13 mil just like Judon did.
Yeah, he got paid. So
and they just only paid him a little bit up front. I think they paid him only $2 million up front.
I don't know what they
But
did.
the rest was like bonus money and whatnot.
They gave him a nice deal because that's the only way we were able to get any type of comp pick. You don't get a good deal, we can't get no comp pick.
Yeah. All right, so let's see. Bill Sills says, "I'd rather be able to compete long term than blow the budget chasing the monies." Yeah, I think there are simple exceptions. Like let's say Debo comes to town. You know, if Debo were to come to town, this is where Eric would then be like, "All right, we're gonna put out this credit card and spread this money along these contracts." But he's not gonna do that for every single position. The Raiders done that dang near for every single position. The Rams have done that significantly for multiple positions because of marquee players. I think the Ravens, if they pull out the card every once in a while for that top tier player, they're fine. But you know how the Ravens operate. They're not going to please you in free agency. You're not going to be very happy about how we roll in free agency. It may be one major purchase. This year's purchase was Marcus Williams. You're welcome. EDC did his thing, came out there and got us with the best ball hawk in the league. So that's significant. And but he's not going to go out right after that and go get you a Robert Woods and go after an Allen Robinson. He's not going to go out there and get you AJ Brown through a trade or something along those lines. It's just not going to happen.
See, this is what I'm saying. Like, just throwing it up hypothetically, if we talking about paying a wide receiver one, no, we got a wide receiver one. I think Terry is a 1A. You can have more than one wide receiver one. This is my problem. This is what I'm saying. I'm trying to entertain you, Big Reg. If we were able to get Terry, would there be? I mean, we paid them. You're gonna have to at some point in time. You're gonna have to pay these receivers, bro. We just can't keep. We can't keep.
Yeah, but Terry would be a little bit cheaper, right? I mean, he'd be like your good $20 million a year, right?
Yeah, we can't keep drafting and throwing away. I would hate for Bateman to start having. Say Bateman has a all pro year next year, and then he has another one. And then time to get paid, we don't want to pay him. Like that would piss me off.
Yeah, I think the cap numbers are going to increase in a way because of the TV deals this year, and I think it's going to create a great deal amount of room. I think we're going to go. What are we sitting there like 209 right now, right?
Yeah,
it'll go up to about 230 ish next season.
But even without that, I'm just saying simply that our best receiver just walked out the door that we've ever had that we drafted. He's not the best receiver that we've ever had as of right now, as of yet. He's the best receiver, that's Hollywood, that we ever had here. Drafted. Not free agent, but drafted. Okay? The joker that's going to break everything, that has already topped what he did and didn't play a full season, was Bateman. Bateman had the same numbers that Hollywood had his rookie year, not a little bit more, and didn't play a full season.
Yep.
That tells you something right there.
Yeah.
All I'm trying to say is that if we got another, I'm just trying to entertain the fact that Terry were to come here, we would have to pay him. He's young. I don't see why we couldn't pay him and still Bateman's only in the second year. Later on down the line, pay Bateman in 3 years. It's not like other places don't pay more than one receiver. The Rams have paid more than. I'm just using the Rams just because I can't think of nobody else right now.
Mm-hmm.
The Rams have paid 2 top receivers, and I'll guarantee you they're gonna figure out a way to get Odell back. So, we just gotta if my whole reason for bringing that up is that going to appease everybody? Us bringing in another, it's not going to be good to bring in a veteran that don't want to be here.
Yeah, I agree. And if they ain't getting fed, they ain't going to want to be here. And I think we got the guys right now. I think, honestly, as much as I didn't like the fact that, the Sneak came out with this information and saying that the Ravens are locking up the young wide receivers on first-year contracts because, they're just drafting these guys and they can't retain them because of the scheme or whatever. That may be, but at the same time, I think Eric DeCosta is like that with a majority of positions. He wants guys on their first contracts.
Yeah, I mean, and rightfully so. But he's also EDC's also. This is the thing. I'm not even mad that we have never signed anybody in the past because only one we should have signed, try to get back was as far as I'm saying draft wise that we drafted was Torrey, but even Steve said we couldn't at that particular time. We couldn't afford them.
No, we couldn't.
We couldn't afford
He's
them.
that bag.
Hold up, but why we couldn't afford them? Because number 5 took all the dough.
Yep. I mean, when you got a guy that's getting 20 mil a year, and then all of a sudden 27 mil a year out of nowhere, I'm like, come on, bro. Like,
Yeah, number 5 took all the dough. That's why we couldn't keep him here.
And then when he wasn't worth 20 something million, I'm like, dude, outside of that year of the 11 touchdowns and 0 interceptions in the playoff run, like, what was he? You know, mediocre at best. He was not primetime football.
Yeah, but the truth be told, you had to pay him. You can't have that type of season. I mean, so as far as the playoff run, you're the only other player to do that is Eli Manning. 11 touchdowns, no interceptions, and you win the Super Bowl, you the MVP. You got to pay the man.
Yeah.
And, you got to open up the checkbook. But this is the problem. The only problem I ever have is that
I'd have let Mighty Wings pay him from McDonald's because.
my only problem is this: like, this is when you separate yourself from. This is how Tom Brady thinks, and this is how other players think. All right, I done had this MVP, blah blah blah. You know what? Pay me here, or let's just make me the highest paid, but then we're gonna restructure down the line. That's what they did. Tom has been the highest paid quarterback one time.
Okay.
That one time they didn't make the Super Bowl.
I think he recognized, like, hey, you got to build a squad, and you need money to do it. You need chips.
That was it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if that's Lamar's thinking. I don't know what his thinking is. I know other than the fact that he said he's working, and he clearly has been working.
Yeah. I hope he gets his back. Because right now the way the cap is looking, the way that the structures are looking, you can make some magical moves happen and still get your quarterback paid and get those chess pieces. Before, like, I don't think people could figure out how to roll this money back. I don't think they figured that out back a couple of years ago. But now they know because they're seeing other teams be able to do that. But I think they still don't want to get in long-term trouble by doing that.
Hold on, we're better. Hold on.
So we'll go back up here. Let's go back up to Bills. No, let's start with Delicious here. He says if Bateman really proves over the next couple of years he's a true number one, they got to pay him. I agree.
And think about this. That's what I was getting to. Other than Torrey, that's why I can't be mad at Ozzie. Other than Torrey, what receiver who was good? Who was good that we drafted? Go ahead. I'll wait. I'll do my Cat Williams. I'll wait. Exactly. So the receiver that he wanted to pay didn't want to be here.
Yeah.
It's not that he didn't want to pay Hollywood because he did.
Mm-hmm.
That's you don't put the 50-year option on if you ain't trying to pay the joke.
Yeah. It's funny how we were all looking forward to what Michael Campanaro was going to bring to the table. That was our big hope after not signing Julian Edelman. I was like, what in the heck are we doing as far as drafting wide receivers?
Like, come on, we got something going, yo. If EDC is broke, if anything he's done thus far, if I'm gonna say anything, he broke the curse. You keep taking shots, and he's been taking some good damn shots because you know what? He had one receiver last year go over 1,000 yards. He had one receiver. I don't care if it's special teams. He was an All-Pro kick returner. He just drafted another receiver that I'm talking about Bateman that may be better than Hollywood. I
think Bateman gonna be the next Justin Jefferson. That's just what I think. I think he's got that mode. I think he's got those route running skills.
I won't be mad. I think we got nothing but dogs in that four. Those four that's gonna make it. Tyler, excuse my broken hand from playing football. Excuse me, from Tyler. He you know what's funny? They compare him to Steve Smith. Steve Smith was a 4th-round pick. Tyler Wallace was a 4th-round pick. Think about it. It's about to go down. Anyway, Prochet, dog. Duvernay, dog. Bateman, dog. We got
that hoodie. I'm gonna get that number 3 hoodie, man. I'm getting it.
We got dogs, bro. We got dogs. I understand where you coming from, Reg. I understand where everybody come from. I'm not just gonna point out Reg. I ain't trying to do it like that.
What Reg said? What he said? Bill Sills. He just said. Everybody else said. Why you say you sound bitter? Who sound bitter?
I'm talking about what's my man? Sneed, Willie Sneed.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, Sneed. He
answer the question, bro.
Bill,
Yeah,
he asked a question. And he gave an answer.
That's all you can do. What you gonna do? He gave it, and he wasn't even taking. He really wasn't taking the shot. He was just saying, it's there, Lamar, and he said, and if anything, it'd be different. He'd be saying like, the quarterback is trash. He's like, Lamar got it, just they're not allowing him to.
Yeah, he just kind of he went after G-Ro, and I mean Snead said what he said last year. He came after G-Ro last year. So this year was actually it was PG compared to what he said last year about G-Ro. And I, personally, when I first saw the tweet, I was just like, oh yeah, dude's salty, dude's bitter. But after thinking about it, listening to Engraven's explanation of it, and then looking at the article itself, I mean, you could see he was trying to put logic behind the fact that Baltimore does things. They do things differently, and sometimes receivers don't want to go there because of the way that they do things differently. New England had the same mentality. Like if you take all the rings away from New England, outside wide receivers would not go to New England. They do things differently. At the time, I'm talking about not New England. Now I'm talking about Tom Brady, New England. They like Brady scans inside to outside when it comes to how he looked at his receivers. He looked at he went from interior slot receiver to Gronk or vice versa. Scanning inside, pinging inside, outside, and eventually he would make it to his outside or wide receivers. When you see players like one of the best route runners in NFL history and Ocho Cinco go to sleep and only catch one ball in the Super Bowl, that lets you know that they were not targeting outside wide receivers. N'Keal Harry's career crashed and burned because of the fact that they just don't do outside receivers.
And part of N'Keal Harry's career crashing and burned is N'Keal Harry.
I mean, I honestly think if he had went, let's say N'Keal goes to Indy. He goes to Indy. They use outside wide receivers over there.
No, but I'm talking about his separation. I don't know how he got bigger.
Yeah,
This is like 240 at wide receiver. Like he might as well be a tight end. Him and Isaiah likely look like they could be twins. Like, and he's not that explosive. Like,
yeah. Even in college, they didn't show the separation, but they showed that aggressiveness, that ability.
Like if he gets the ball, he can do some things, but he hasn't shown that. I can't. N'Keal Harry, I can't agree with.
Like imagine N'Keal Harry with Drew Brees when he got drafted. Like imagine he had went there instead. Drew would have used him. Drew would have used the heck out of him. But here he was on the outside not getting opportunities. And when he did get the opportunities, of course, he was just like, oh, you throwing to me for real? He's like, y'all do that here?
He got to change his scheme, bro. I mean, just him as a player too, though. It may not, and it may not. It could have been that. And it could have been the fact that I don't know. It's hard for me to agree with N'Keal Harry. I don't know. I don't know about scheme wise, but I know that.
Oh, here come Brooke. She's talking about he's not the only receiver to come at G-Ro. Snead, Dez, Hollywood, Smitty. I guess they all bitter, or they just right. Well, how many of them got jobs?
Didn't play for him.
How many got jobs right now?
Bro.
I mean, Snead, he ain't got no job right now. And like I said, he said his piece last year. He was bitter last year. This year he made sense. It was still like shots at Roman.
Yeah.
Dez ain't got no job and was mad because he wasn't utilized. And he might have had a point that G-Ro didn't use him as much as he could have. Hollywood, I don't understand, honestly, because you get 149 targets on the season, you should be happy because you ain't finna get that in Arizona. You ain't finna get 149 targets on the air.
Targets, bro. He don't like the scheme. He don't like the offensive scheme. He don't care about the targets. I understand what he's saying. I just wish he didn't come out and really say what he said because it makes other receivers not want to come in. He just don't care about. He don't like the scheme. Period. Yeah. It's run first offense.
Then there's Steve Smith Sr. So when it came to Steve Smith Sr., this dude was just looking to pile on. Like if you saw him on draft night, this dude piled on negative as possible, just for the ratings. So anything come out of Steve Smith Sr.'s mouth right now on NFL Network, I can't trust because he's about the ratings right now. He's about as passing as much shade as possible, don't matter about who, so just to get his point across and just to get ratings and stuff. So you can talk about Steve Smith and him blasting the whole G-Ro system like that. It's irrelevant because this dude is sitting there trying to get ratings. Like he's a phenomenal player. But when it comes to broadcasting, it's about entertainment. So let's see. Oh, yeah. So Smith got a job. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I get that, So anyway, what you talking about? Who dropped 120?
What?
Oh, Hollywood. So, I like that. That was a nice shot. He said, because I said he had 149 targets, he dropped 120. That was a good one. Oh boy. So Delicious says, man, y'all heard Tyreek and his agent said he felt like he wasn't getting enough action. I did see the comment about him saying that Tua is more accurate than Mahomes.
He just trying to hype Tua up.
Yeah. I was like, oh man. He said, and because the other guy came back through and even took it even further. He said, look, man, you want somebody to throw you, put it in the bread basket, or you want to go chase and go get it, or area balls. And the guy said, I want somebody to put it in the bread basket. I think Tua is the more accurate quarterback. I said, ooh. I thought they was nice. I thought they were tight. I thought they had good relationship.
You just gotta hype your man's up, man. I don't feed into that nonsense.
Yeah, I'd have been like, next question.
What you supposed to do? You on a Miami show. You supposed to say something about a Miami Dolphin. You can't say nothing negative about that, man. You look bad.
Yeah, it's entertaining. That is definitely entertainment. I mean, I'm wondering what's going to happen now. We should check out Pat Mahomes' account. That's pretty cool. I mean, he'll probably go off, or Jackson Mahomes might say something. That'd be funny. Anyway, let's see. Brooks says he told the truth, though. He didn't have to even say it for other receivers to already know it. Not like they were lining up to come here. Snead didn't hurt us. He said what most others won't. Look, bro, you all bent out of shape about G-Ro here. It's something you're just going to have to deal with right now. You and Snead, y'all can go have your party over there, your little haters party for a little bit. But, when you're done, just recognize you still belong here in Baltimore. You can't go trading teams like old boy Wilbert over here. Don't go bouncing back and forth. You with us. You got Roman over there. That's your homeboy. He coming to stay with you. Just saying. All right. Big Red says, well, if you look at his Tyreek numbers, did fade down during the stretch of the season. I think, Mahomes had people to spread the ball to. I think when it comes down to it, like, you got all these guys you're trying to get chemistry with. You had your DeMarcus Robinson, you had Mecole Hardman, you had to give Kelsey some. There was the backup tight end that was getting his, everybody. There was so many miles to feed over there, and Kelsey being the number one of those, sure you got to. Oh, Wilbur don't pay some money to say something here.
Chill out, son.
Appreciate the donation. Said Baker Mayfield $6. Is that his new contract? It said buy can't rule Browns. You are terrible.
You buy me a brownie.
Yeah, buy me a brownie, not a Browns hat, man.
Brownie, bro.
All right, Brooks says I would never trade teams. I'll deal with him, but I don't have to like it. You're gonna take it. You're gonna take G-Ro. You're gonna like G-Ro. Anyway, so Don C says Jackson Mahomes is going to be doing some hateful TikToks down in Miami. I can see that. Yeah, he'll probably find a way to get on the field and dance on the logo with Juju all at the same time. Yeah, them boys, him and that TikTok. All right, Big Red says Tyreek also said the Chiefs told him he couldn't leave practice to go see his sick grandmother. I guess that could impact relationships. You have some people that they just care about the job. They just think they're just numbers. I mean, we saw that with Ojabo. When Ojabo got hurt, he looked like just a number, and that's kind of sad because I really usually go against people who talk about the NFL as a form of slavery because you're getting paid like big time. It's definitely not slavery, but you still need to be treated like a person when it comes to doing your job. You need to be need to have people out there that actually care about you and care about your team. That's why I like today's media day. You can see the friendships forming. You can see it was a family between them when they taking these photos. They're out there having fun, legitimate fun with each other. The relationship between Ojabo and Odafe-Oweh. I don't know if you saw them bouncing around the locker room. That was pretty funny to see them, just having fun together, reunited as brothers, from college. They were taking photos together because they were excited to be on the same field together and being from the same nation, and then coming over here and starting together.
I mean, high school they played together. High school.
Yeah. I think they on the tweet it says something about from Africa that they were sporting in Africa or something. So I was just like, cool.
They went to the same high school in Jersey. That's where they both started. David started football before Odafe did.
Okay.
Dave is the reason that David. I was about to say David got a job. Dave is the reason that Owe got into football. He's the main reason that he got into. So
Brooke says G-Ro can suck her pinky toe. Okay.
come on now, listen in. Stop. He's stuck with us right now. Just let it ride, man. Let it go. It's almost time for the season. We're gonna cut all this ish out. Cussing up. We're gonna cut out all the hate, and we're gonna focus on what we gotta do now. We can't focus on the past. You gotta deal. This is what you got right now. How are we gonna get to where we gotta go? We gotta get to the promised land. I'm looking for a ring this year. I'm looking for a ring. That's all I want. That's all I want. And then G-Ro can go. I just want my ring, bro. I want my ring.
Yeah, gotta get the ring.
Cut it out.
Delicious says, I didn't know that, Big Reg. What you talking about, Big Reg? Said, oh, you talking about the fate of numbers. Cam Neal is in the building, y'all. Cam Neal is in the building. What's good, man? Appreciate you coming through. He says, I'm going to have to catch up to all the content this week. Hey, do what you do, man. We appreciate you coming. And then Brooke says, not if it's up to Harvs. Yeah, I mean, Harvs protects his boys, but even Juan Castillo, he had a shelf life that ended. So eventually the shelf life of G-Rail will end if it's not producing. But this year we're hoping that he produces. Stay positive. Big Red says, Dre, check out Tyreek podcast. He talks about it on that. So I think, yeah, when it comes to Tyreek, it's almost like a Steve Smith thing, but he's actually still active in the game. More entertainment, like Cameron said, more of feeding into gassing his quarterback up so he can have that confidence in him. Show that confidence.
Gas him up, trying to get him. What was it say? He ain't got to do a show.
I figured. I knew this was coming. I was like, he about to say this. So my camera looking for a ring. Better go to K Jewelers. Oh gosh. I was like, I bet you he'd be able to come through.
Not never. You won't get a ring, Mr. Brown. Not never.
You know they're gonna bring up. He's gonna bring up his 8 championships.
When?
Before the NFL merger.
Before the merger?
Yeah, before the merger, the Browns had 8 championships.
Nobody was allowed. We weren't even allowed. your daddy's balls. You ain't even around.
Yeah.
Nobody there, bro.
He probably still waiting on Bill Belichick to come back because that's the last time they had a win in the playoffs. So let's see. He said, okay, got that. Okay, what did he say? My guy Cam Neal, long time no see. Yeah, it's been a minute, Cam Neal. Where you been, man? And then, look who, Wilbur, she gets, Brooke getting back at Wilbur. And then hopefully Lamar will get him a ring and he can get a head coach job and peace out. She is definitely not a fan of G-Ro. So she's got the one she likes and then one she can't stand. So she likes her Marlo, but she can't stand Jimmy. She did not like Crabtree. She hated Brashad Perriman. I'm trying to think who else. There's a few. She liked Joe. She doesn't like it when I talk about Joe. Then Big Red says, if we win a chip this year, Greg will probably be here to stay. I hope not, but it's going to be harder to get rid of him because it does prove his point that his scheme does work. But it's like I said, it's tons of people in the kitchen at that particular time. If there is a job opportunity out there because of his success, maybe he does go. But if he ends up staying, it's because the team wants him here and they see something that he is putting in the whole formula of everybody else that works. Like I said, I'm not going to get this dude 100% props to say, hey, he's the greatest offensive coordinator ever, or anything like that. But I am going to say he has things that do work, that do succeed. If you go look at any of those comebacks, you go look at the Chargers game, the Minnesota game, the Colts game, even the Chiefs game. You look at that game and you see schemes that he came up with that Lamar executed perfectly. And then also that Lamar improvised on. There were some things that he had to improvise on. I'm not going to say that it was all G-Ro. Like I said, it comes out in the game planning and in the installs of those game plans, all leading up to Sunday, then the play calling, then the coaching, all that rolls into one. And you can't be one of these media sources out here like NFL Network looking at one person to completely destroy on the media because everything happened to go wrong. All right, here we go. Cam Neal says, life had me busy. I got back from a week-long conference in the West Coast time zone. I'm a Central Standard Time boy, My schedule's all messed up. Yeah, I'm in Central Time as well, man. Oh, Brooke said, I like Jimmy. She just didn't like his yearly vacations. You're so shady. Oh, Brooke. I think we should just invite you on the show and let you just have your shady 5 minutes or something like that. Have a Brooks corner where she just tosses shade at every player that she wants to toss. And we'll wait to the regular season when she actually gets a decent internet connection, and then we will invite her on to do something along those lines. All right. So Big Red says, man, you know these other teams, they smart to give him a head coaching job. Well, the thing is, when you make that transition, when you make the transition from offensive or defensive coordinator to head coach, it is a significant change. It's a significant change. That's why so many fail out. Is because some of them don't know how to manage grown men. You know, and if they don't know how to figure that out, if they can't figure out how to manage both sides of the ball and actually take off some control and release that back to that offense coordinator that you hired, then and trusting in that offense coordinator that you hired because you are no longer the offense coordinator, you run both sides, you got to figure out both sides. It becomes a problem. And when it shows on the team that you can't lead these guys because they just start cutting up and doing all types of crazy stuff. Or you get caught up in the club messing around with some girl or whatever, and and you get put all over the media and exposed, and then you trash your team. So then you get kicked off the team. Good times. All right. So let's see. They be yapping. Here's a question. You can probably answer this one. It says, do you guys think our secondary is built to take down the Bengals this year? I can't stand the Cincinnati fans. They are the worst.
I'm 100% on both ends. Yep. And yep.
Yeah, I believe so. I think when it comes to our secondary right now, I think we need to worry about like I said, the slot, what the Bengals can do from the slot. Because our outside is locked up, our back end is taken care of. The slot shows an opportunity to be exploited, but I think they're going to find some ways to cover that up. They're going to find some ways to make it look, huh?
Everything covered.
So we get it. We cover it. We got to go.
Covered.
We get covered.
Covered.
Let's see. Brooke says, don't let me on. I'm talking trash about G-Ro for 2 hours. You ain't going for 2 hours now. I got the button. I'll be like, the Eve over here with the laser sharks.
Studio 5 minutes, ma'am.
You get 5 minutes. Anyway, Don C is 100% correct. We got 19 people in the room right now. I need 19 likes on this video. I appreciate that. And then, so we are very close to that time. Let's see what I got here. I had a timer on this thing.
See the lights? You got 2 minutes on left.
Yeah, it looks like 2 minutes.
Yeah, Brooke not doing her job well. You got to
I had to check my own timer here. Oh, apparently I got 20 seconds according to our timer. All right, last question, folks. Last question. Who's it going to be? We'll sit back and wait on this question, and we'll answer that. Then I got to get rolling, folks.
Somebody got a question?
Brooke says, I am the timer, sir. How dare you? But I mean, yeah, sorry. Last question, though.
He should have informed you, Brooke. He should have always an hour and a minute. An hour and a minute.
So what I want to do is in the future, I want to build my own internal timer that sits probably right underneath Camru, and it's going to have a picture of Brooke holding like a clock or something, just like timer. We'll call it the Brooke timer. There you go. She hit the timer clock here.
Just got the last question. How y'all feel about Derrick Brooks? I mean, Derrick Brooks, Derrick Wolf.
Derrick Wolf. Oh, let's put on screen.
Go up.
I think Derrick. We got to see. We got to see it. I mean, we've seen him hunting, but of course, there's different muscles when it comes to hunting things with a bow and arrow. Ripping a heart out of a buffalo.
You still carrying a 300-pound bear. That's the question.
Yeah, it's like we want to see like, hey, can this guy come and show up? Because that'll help bridge that gap that we was talking about with the two positions, defensive end and the slot corner. If Derrick shores up that defensive end, that still makes things a lot easier on the back end for us, shoring up that position. So I'm hoping dude comes and shows up big time because we got him from Denver, and we got him because of the fact that we couldn't sign the other guy from Los Angeles because he couldn't pass the physical. Brockers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He probably purposely didn't pass it. I don't think everybody keeps saying it was us. I think it was him.
Yeah, I think it was like they wanted him to go to a team physician, and he wanted to go get his own.
Yeah, he wanted to go back to LA.
Yeah.
He had his reasons.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted to go
It paid off in the end.
Yeah, he left, and then he went there for one more year, and then he got a big contract to go to Detroit. So
okay,
that's where he is now. He wasn't there for the Super Bowl.
He wasn't there for Super Bowl. Okay,
he was on the Lions.
Wow, that sucks. He just missed out on the ring.
Nah, he got a big deal though because he went back there. He got a bigger deal to go there than he did to come in. So I guess it did.
Well, some people feel that he's done as far as Dynasty and stuff. So, but I mean, we're hoping that he'll do all right. But like I said, I got to get rolling. I got some stuff I got to take care of. But
yes, sir.
We've had a fun night tonight, man. It's been great. It's been short, but at the same time, it's been sweet. And so just remember with the motivational quote that while you are sleeping, somebody else is working.
Yep.
This is the home of Original Sports Perspective. From our couch to yours. Y'all take care. This has been the Couch Rider Raven and Cam Rue.
Yes, sir.
Peace out. Take care.
Be easy.
Introducing the Couch Rider Raven Report. Let's go. Ravens, Ravens, Ravens. Couch Rider. Ravens, Ravens, hey, Ravens. We gon' ride out. Ravens, Ravens, Ravens. Couch Rider. Ravens, hey, Ravens. We gon' ride out.
For some of you Twitter gangsters, this is just a hobby, Original Sports Perspective. You can't stop me. Couch Rider Report, it's reflective. Please respect it. You will get checked, and your knowledge will be tested. I ain't the coldest Raven, but this is my show. Shout out to the Barry White of rap for the beat, though.